Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for Monster Rancher episodes 33 and 34. I apologize in advance for the quality of the videos during the reactions, because when I got them off the same website that I was getting the My Little Pony stuff from, and the quality of that was just fine. So I didn't think it would be any different. Boy, was I wrong. It looks like somebody recorded the episode on a tripod on their TV with a camera. So that's why it looks the way it does. And I actually realized this like a part of the way through episode 34, and that's why episode 34 looks partially like that and then the partially normal. So I think from now on, I'm going to be doing Monster Rancher from the YouTube videos because that actually has somewhat good quality. Except for instead of somebody being having home recorded those, because that's what it essentially looks like. Anyway, episode 33 and 34. Episode 33 is when they run into the Tainted Cats. I think that's what they're called. I just recorded the episodes today. Anyway. Sorry, these are enemies that the gang is fighting at not their best, obviously, because they were hungry before all this started, and the enemy is just too darn fast, and thus they all get injured, but thankfully not to the point where they become a lost disc. Thankfully. Because that would not go well. Anyway, Genki and Mochi end up separated from the others and end up getting taken in by... Dang it, what was his name? I don't remember off the top of my head, and that's annoying. Anyway, he tells them essentially that you guys are not going to be able to beat the enemy that way, the way you are now. And after following the guy for a bit, he offers to train them, and he says that their best bet is to block, because they're not going to be able to dodge with how fast they are. So, while Genki and Mochi are training on that, the others are trying to avoid the two who have followed them into a gigantic grassy field filled with boulders. Thankfully, before the enemy could, try and do more damage to them, the others soon arrived, and they were able to get the jump on them enough to where Tiger and the others could do enough damage to take them to beat them, essentially. Not make them a lost disc, apparently, but enough to, I guess, beat them soundly. And this is part of the reason why I'm not too invested in the show, because these guys seem like genuine baddies. And then all it takes is their master showing up again, chastising them, and telling them essentially that you guys might have gone down the wrong path, but you're still my students. And them being reformed right then and there. Makes me wonder what Moo had offered them to become baddies in the first place. Speaking of Moo, they end up finding the last piece that they need to be able to return him to his original body, or so they think anyway. Which, still, like I said, rubs me the wrong way, because this sort of thing should be what comes in the finale. The last 2-3 episodes of the show should be Moo getting reunited with his body, the others finding the Phoenix disc, and I don't know if they would have to still put it in its original body. Actually, they would probably have to find the Phoenix disc first, and then return it to its original body. If it ends up being the same way with Moo, like with Moo. If not, the last 3 episodes should be, Moo getting in his original body, them reviving the Phoenix, the two of them having a duke out, and the others helping to take out the rest of what little baddies he's got left. That, and then, everything being saved. That should be what the finale should be. But the way it's going so far, that's not going to be the case. We're not even halfway through this show yet, and it's already doing that. And I'm like, really? You're getting this far with the bad guy, getting to be in his final boss form, and we're not even halfway through the show yet. Only way I can assume this would work as if it doesn't work for him. If it's like he needs something else in order to be able to get back into his original body. Which would make sense. Because hopefully, whatever this missing thing is, he won't be able to find it until near the end of the show. Because, like I said, that will be the only way to salvage it at this point and make that make sense as to why it got rushed so much. Anyway, episode 34 is, like I said, when I realized that the video wasn't very good quality, and I decided to see if I could switch to the YouTube version and see if that would make a difference, and it definitely made a difference. So, I apologize for the quality of the episodes. I apologize so much for that. If I had known it was going to do that, I would have just gone with the YouTube versions. Oh well. A little too late for that now. Anyway, episode 34. They end up running into Naga's, apparently his trump card, which looks like a genie with a jar. I can't even remember what they called it. All these different characters are it's just making me hard to remember things when it's like a one-off character. Bear Jolt or something like that. I don't know what the frick it was, but anyway, he has a jar, and he shows up and sucks everybody in it except for Holly and Mochi. They managed to get away to a ruin of a city, and in that ruin, after trying to hide from this guy for so long, find a diary of the mayor of that city, and they had encountered the same idiot who sucked everything into that jar. The people, the trees, the monsters, everything. And they had tried to set up explosives to blow the rock that's right in front of the town to try and, destroy him. Obviously, that didn't work. And it turns out that apparently they could break free of that jar because that's what Genki and the others are trying to do. However, there's apparently acid or something in there, which makes me wonder, is that actually part of his being? Because apparently sorry. The people who were sucked into the jar initially obviously did not survive it. So they were able to freeze it, thanks to Tiger, to where he gets knocked into a thing of water and it freezes the thing, freezes the water, which means he's stuck in the water. And Holly, thankfully, is able to set up the explosives. And they all apparently graduated from the Prometheus School of running away from things because they all run in a straight line as the thing is falling down, in a straight line towards them. When the smart thing to do would be to, run in different directions away from the path that the thing is taking. Logic. Anime logic, movie logic, and the Prometheus School of running away from things. I've been watching CinemaSins, and yeah. Thankfully, they were able to take the guy down. I don't know if he became a lost disc, or if they just took him down. I don't know. We never get to see. So, yeah. Apparently, I think they said I had one more episode after these two. For the big four, whatever you want to call it. Essentially the lieutenants under Mu. The four of them, which is Pixie, Naga, who else? Who else was it? There was two. And who else was it? I don't remember. It's been so long since I've watched the entirety of the show, I don't remember. Anyway, I will see everybody next time.